everyone, I'm Nikki, and today I'm going to be doing my very first anime review on my favorite anime of all time, Clannad, and second season, Clannad Afterstory. I'm going to be making a slight summary of how I think of both animes. But of course, this is going to be a 2-in-1 video, which I'll be reviewing most of both the animes. So let's get started. This anime is about a boy named Tomoya Okazi who ended up being sort of a delinquent kind of guy. He's kind of like a low back, kind of doesn't want to go to school kind of guy. He's that kind of guy like is really like tough and like he doesn't like showing it. Basically, Tomoya has a very heart of gold and he's a very nice character, and I think the anime made him a little bit too cute for my taste. No offense. Anyway, he meets this great girl called Nagasi, or like many people like to call her Nagasi from the dubs, but her name is Nagisa if people have been wondering from their appropriate presentation. Her name is Nagisa Furukawa. She meets him, and she's quite a very timid and very cautious girl. She's a girl that likes to cry a lot whenever she gets emotively happy. He meets her on the very first day of school when it begins in the cherry blossom path. Basically, she's really nervous about school, so she murmurs food that she really likes and kind of calms her down. Odd. So anyway, he and Nagisa start to build a lovely relationship as great friends. And they both start up the drama club again, because last year when Nagisa was in the same year she is, because she's repeating again because she's extremely sick when she was back in that year. Apparently she is trying to get back the drama club back on its feet because it was disbanded because there wasn't enough members. Let's continue. Basically, these friends began to have a great relationship. And they have a lot of friends too. Kyo and Ryu Fuchibasha. They're actually, I think I'm saying that right? Fushibahara, I think. Don't screw me. Don't sue me if I'm saying it wrong. Fuchibahara, I'm just sticking to that. Kyo and Ryu Fuchibahara, I think I'm saying it right, are twins who are really good friends with Tomoya and Nagisa. And anyway, they're twins, so they're kind of having a lot of inflict in each other. Usually people get them mixed up. But the reason that they're distinguished from each other is their cuts of their hair. Next we have Tomoyo, which is actually a very strong girl with a sense of heart and personality. She's extremely talented, and she can really kick some booty. Next we have Fuko and Koko. These two are great friends, and they love hanging out together. And of course, what else could be? So anyway, as they go along, they become great friends, and they establish the drama club. Yay! But one time, on the very last episode of Clannad, he confesses his love for her, and in Clannad Afterstory, they're dating. So, of course, what other characters are there? One of Tomoya's best friends, Sunohara, is kind of a dick. I must say, he's kind of a dick. Basically, he loves showing off, he loves kidding on girls, and he used to be on the school's football team, but was actually kicked out because he knocked out almost all of the people's teeth in the opposite team when they were kind of beating them up, on the field. So anyway, jackass fuck. I'm just gonna say that. And then Nagisa's parents are just the nicest things, and this is just the cutest thing I love about the anime. Nagisa's parents are just funny as heck. Basically, Nagisa's dad, Akio, is kind of a jackass, if you say so. He loves playing baseball, he loves jacking off on Tomoya whenever he's not like upset about Nagisa or anything. And also, there was this one time in an episode where Akio was challenging Tomoya to try and hit one of his pitches in baseball so he can prove that he could have Nagisa. And this is in the Afterstory, if you're wondering. Basically, after one he wins, he's able to take Nagisa as his official girlfriend, and they can go live in his tiny apartment. Yay! He works as a technician. I'm talking about Tomoya here. Tomoya works as a technician with a guy named Yoshino, who actually used to be a famous rock star, and apparently kind of gave up on his dream because he became a drug addict. That's too bad. Anyway, everyone becomes greater friends and everything's happy. Yay! But things get really sad and depressing after the past few 11, 12 episodes. Basically, Nagisa really wants a child, and she doesn't say for a while. Basically, after when Tomoya goes to visit his dad, who was selling dangerous stuff and got sent to prison, he went to go see his dad, but he was so disgusted with his actions that he actually couldn't bear talking to him. He just said that he was better off and his life is ruined because of him, and he stormed off. Nagisa, barely catching up to him, he started punching a wall, and his knuckles were extremely exposed and bruised. Ow. Apparently Nagisa was the only person who could reach Tomoya from his despair, so after a good amount of coaxing and selling him down from his grave encouragement, they ended up calming down Welly. Anyway, Nagisa is trying to calm down Tomoya, and when he finally settles down, he says he wants to get married, and she says, sure. What kind of a proposal is that? You do not go off, storming off into the streets, punching walls, and then asking your friend, like a girlfriend, to marry you, like, let's get married. And she's like, sure. It's like, it's kind of funny as well, because they're so used to each other. It doesn't take a lot of, like, a very, you know, a really romantic proposal to get her to marry you. Don't do that either, guys. You're just going to be remembering that you're a big dick by looking at an anime to get advice on how to get a proposal. Remember, it's not about, well, I guess they're sending a message. It's not about the money that you spend on making a proposal so nice. So I kind of learned a lesson. Afterward, Nagisa and Tomoya get hitched, and after that, things get a lot better. After moving out of the bakery business before he moved into the cheap apartment and started technician, Akio told him some very interesting advice. And I'm not going to spoil it because you guys will have to go watch that yourselves. Also, things will get a lot more complicated between them. It turns out Nagisa starts working at a restaurant as a waitress with her friends. And yeah, that's great there. So their life is happy and they're all cheery. But what does Nagisa want most? A baby, of course. That's what every woman wants in her lifetime. And they're like 18, 19, are they like something like that? They're like in their third year of senior high, seniors. Like, I don't know if it's ready for you guys to have kids yet, but like, sure, I don't know why not. Tomoya loves her so much she'll give her a baby, so I actually don't understand, but I find this very romantic anyway, because like, they're happy. So afterward, when they go back to visit Nagisa's parents, Nagisa starts throwing up, and her mom, CNA, finds out that she's pregnant. Akio looks like he's all mad and everything, but he's like, he's happy actually in the end. So he's really happy for Tomoya and Nagisa, and if you guys didn't know, Nagisa actually has a really bad condition. She's actually physically weak, and that clinically means she could be in danger of having a baby. I mean, being in labor is like really tough. Like, think about it. Like, have you ever seen movies where a person gives birth easily? I haven't, and I don't think I'm going to see one day in this anime. I don't think so. And my speculations were correct, because even though Nagisa knew that she was physically weak, she wanted to have the baby at home as well. The reason she said was because she wanted to make sure she was the first person to see her baby. Well, clearly she isn't. I think she meant the way that she wants to see it, because usually hospitals rush away babies and they'll let the parents see it straight away. I think I understand why Nagisa wanted to have the baby at home, but like, if you're physically weak, I think that's a really bad thing to do. But of course, since someone wanted to make sure she was happy, he agreed. And things got better and worse from there. So anyway, when she started getting labor, she started passing out a couple of times, and so did, like, it just got really complicated. And then eventually she died when she gave birth. And they named the baby Yushio. The reason that she wanted to name the baby Yushio was because Yushio means tie. But she wanted to call it something like Nagisa Ushio, or something like that, because Nagisa means short, and Ushio means tied, so that she wanted to call it short tied. But they ended up settling for Tomoya's second name, Otaku. So Yushio Otaku. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Otaku no, I actually have no clue, guys. If I'm pronouncing names wrong, do not sue me. It's just names. Might see any people get my second name wrong. Just check it over at the corner. That corner. You'll get the gist. So anyway, like I was saying before, she ended up dying, and Yushio starts growing up, and he tries to be the best father he can. He doesn't want to follow in the same footsteps that his dad did. You know why? Because as soon as Tomoya's mom passed away, his dad, on the other hand, went through a life of depression and drinking, and of course Tomoya grew up knowing that he was being abandoned by his own father. I guess he doesn't want to make the same mistake. Anyway, after around 7 years of age, Yushio starts having the same condition as her mother had, and dies of the same fucking weakness. Same disease. What the heck, Japan? Are you making this guy's life even more miserable? I can't believe it. Like, seriously, I really understand that people are really raging if they put in a happy ending slap face on the very last few episodes, but I find that, like, I'm really glad that it was all just a dream when Tomoya realized all those nightmares he had about losing his parent, like his wife and his daughter, was all just a dream. But I find it's really mean. How come you're neglecting the last 3-4 episodes that was showing his life without Nagisa? And then you just say it's a dream? What the heck is this? I mean, I'm not saying I don't like happy endings. I love happy endings. So I'm just saying, it makes very little sense. If you think about it, it's just very, very bull. I'm not going to say it. But anyway, like I said before, it turns out that all those 3 episodes we've seen about him losing Nagisa and then losing Yushio was just actually a short dream that we experienced in 4 episodes, while Tomoya experienced it in less than a few hours. He probably wasn't unconscious with like tiredness and anxiety while she was having labor, so maybe they both passed out or something like that. Because it said in the thing that like she passed out multiple times giving birth, so there is a possibility. America's anime studios have been saying that there was some sort of time travel conspiracy, like a Disney ending, and I say fuck that. That is not true. I love this anime. Don't ruin my anime. Okay, sorry. If I probably should go over to the anime studios right there, to American Anime, and I probably should. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Basically, that channel said that they believe that that was some sort of time traveling. It was clear. It was a fucking dream, guys. Just what kind of freaking thing? Like, who's the idiot in the script that wrote down that it was some sort of time traveling in that fucking channel? Whoever you are, please learn what you watch. Just don't write sites. Just don't. It's a great anime. Just don't. Just don't do it. Just don't. Quit it. Quit it. Oh, but I'm glad they didn't put it any lower than 5 on the most fucked up endings. So if you guys agree with me, please go ahead and give those guys a dislike on that video. That's fucking shite. But I mean, like, they were right about school days and stuff like that, because that anime is awful. But anyway, like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and review the anime by 3 different stages. And, yeah, we'll figure it out. By art, music, and character and storyline. Basically, they lived happily ever after in the end, with everyone else accomplishing their dreams. Was even Sahara actually got a job as like a freaking accountant in Tokyo, so that's great for them. Let's start with art. Number 1, art. I thought the art was absolutely beautiful on the anime. The characters were explicit. They were just spot on. Unlike Vampire Princess. God, the graphics in that was awful. I hate those old-time animes with really bad graphics. Like Kyokaze, that's really bad. And then, let me just tell you, I loved all the art of the dynamics, the weather to the characters. It was absolutely perfect. It was beautiful. I loved it. And I really liked the way they gave a great imagery to the characteristics and the problems and like the attitude that the people have in the scenario with the weather. Like, all those blossoms when they were happy. Just, I loved it. But I still have one problem. Why was there snow floating up after... when Tomoya realized it was all just a dream that him and his wife and his daughter died. I just don't understand that. I think that's just the one problem. I think there is a 99.9%, like 98.9% chance that it is a dream, but then I have 1.9% here thinking it might be time travel of some sort. Not gonna believe that. Okay, so and then pretty much I give art an A. I do. It's lovely. Next, the music. The music is so breathtaking. I really love that song. That sure catchy little song that you're never gonna forget. The ones with those adorable little dumplings. They go tango, 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 zukayote. I think it's something like that. It's about a little family of little marshmallow type of dumplings that apparently are a big dango family. They even have their they used to have their own show, and Nagisa was like a little girl and everything. Nagisa, everyone was really happy with all those. Everyone remembers them from their childhood, and they always sing it, especially when little Yushio was born. They sang her to sleep with a beautiful song. And I love the songs that begin the anime and end the anime. They're just as good. I just love it. So I'm giving the art music an A as well. The storyline. Many people might disagree with me, but there's actually a lot of flaws in the Afterstory with the first 8 episodes, and I must say that's true. But of course, I love the overall story, the main points of the story. So, and also, I just don't really understand, is it time travel or is it just dreams, the way the end of the way that people say that like, when he found out it was all just willy-nilly, and it turns out they were never dead. So I'm going to give the story a B. And the characters. But the characters were the best part, what keeps it from falling lower than a B. So for the overall score, I'm going to give this anime, Clannad and Clannad Afterstory, this anime series, 9.5 dango dumplings out of 10. Tyson, stop chewing me, my dog. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you guys thought that I was being shenanigan-like, and you thought that I was being really dumb about this entire series, then you guys could go ahead and leave a dislike and tell me what you thought I did wrong. But if you guys liked this episode, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Also guys, I'm Nikki, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace! Woo!